Good afternoon. We are right here at Rising Bharat and we are about to be speaking to you, sir. Prasoon Joshi ji, I'm not going to give our audiences any intro into who you are. I'm hoping they'll already know. Sir, we're going to ask you, let me just tell you, out there you're going to have a more serious conversation about what the future of India is going to look like, building that Indian image. Right now, this is social media. We're going to ask you funner questions on what we do know about your early childhood. First question I'm going to ask you, you wrote a book when you were 17.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a lot of younger viewers, this being social media. What went on in your head? Frankly, as a 15 or 16-year-old, I'm assuming you started thinking of that book.
Yes.
What on earth went into your head? You were like, let's go, let's write a book. And then tell us a little bit about that book too.
See, the great thing about young people is they don't think what can't be done. They only think of what they can do. So a lot of sometimes what you call experiences also becomes आपके जंजीरें आपकी बेड़ियां बन जाती हैं. So it becomes your shackles. You feel it can't be done. How can it be done?
You grow more limited as you grow older.
Yes, and I think that the fact of innocence of trying and saying what maximum I lose, let me give it a shot. I think that's there in the youth, and I think that's what we don't have to teach them. It's just that they have to have a self-belief that I can express myself. I think that's probably was there. You can call it naivete, you can call it confidence, you can call it ignorance. But whatever it is a bliss.
Tell me something, then when you're giving advice to 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds, what did you do in your own life story to make sure you don't lose it? That risk-taking, especially because today we're all sitting in, jobs that are 12 hours long, 16 hours long. How do you make sure you don't lose that other side?
See, one thing, one fear on today, when there are so many opportunities in front of you, especially in the digital world today, you can just express yourself anytime. And you can start things very easily, vis-a-vis earlier, where there was a lot of process. Now, I'm not a great fan of that huge, long process, but I feel that it's very important to hone your talent. It's very important that you take out time to check where I'm going. It should not be bravado. It's important that you keep honing and practicing. Without practicing, without taking feedback from anyone, I don't think that's right. And you should definitely be trying new things, but always keep checking.
What did that look like when you're saying sharpening your paper, pen, writing, rewriting?
I think more you do it, better you get it. So do more. Okay, don't be happy with your first draft. Okay, be critical to yourself, or have a group of friends and people who are absolutely honest with you and can give you the feedback. I think that's what you require. Constructive criticism all around you all the time. You don't require people who don't encourage new things and not the people. Get rid of toxicity. Those toxic people, please delete them. But the people who are really interested in you, have them.
Keep them
around you, and then keep checking. So that's very important that you do that exercise.
Last question for you. You're a bit of a Pahadi at heart, is that fair to say?
Fully Pahadi.
All the different,
Pahadi.
I'm also Pahadi.
Okay, good.
Half Pahadi in my case. But I want to ask you, sir, not just your Pahadi-pan, you've also said both your parents were trained classical singers.
Absolutely.
How did that, because just between you and me, classical singers can be a little disciplining. Sometimes, and I don't know what your parents were like, there's a 4 a.m. Riyaz session going on, afternoon Riyaz session, evening Riyaz session. What was it like growing up with that?
Yeah, it is a very good question. I tell you, Pahadi people are very sort of spontaneous by nature. कोई उठाया ठंडी हवा चल रही है गाना शुरू कर देते हैं. Nature inspires you. Classical music wants discipline, but I think that's a combination you require in life. A little bit of discipline. And I tell you, Pahadi people are exceptionally talented, exceptionally gifted, especially when it comes to art and music. There's something nature gives them. There's some beauty nature flows, nature flows into
in your veins.
In your veins. I look at the folk of Pahadi folk, and I see that the kind of images they write, kind of examples they write. That famous song like. झंडिया बाजू छाना बिलोरी कि लगला बिलोरी का घामा झंडिया बाजू छाना बिलोरी लगला बिलोरी का घामा अब ये देखिए एक लड़की कह रही है कि दो 2 villages, प्लीज डोंट सेंड मी मैरी मी ऑफ टू दोज 2 villages, बिकॉज वहाँ पे धूप बहुत है. Now, how beautiful the thought is! It's from any poetic standards in the world. You go to the most prolific poets, they'll say, "What a beautiful thought!" That this little girl who's saying that those 2 villages have
Too much
scorching heat
sunshine.
and sun, and I don't want to be married there. Look at this. So I've been brought up with this, so that pahadipan will never die.
It'll be in you forever.
In my
Thank
ways.
you so much, sir, for joining us here at Rising Bharat. Thank you.